Hi everybody, welcome back to Movie Related. Well, Loki, episode 4, season 1 has finally come out, and last week we were not very happy with it. So the three of us watched it, and... Have you lost weight? I can guarantee you Mark won't be saying too many stupid things in this episode.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see. So he promised to keep it down. But Loki, last week we watched it. We thought it was the worst episode so far.
Although, a couple people in the comments said they really liked the episode.
That's true. But out of the three, I would definitely say that was the worst for me.
For me too, yes.
It was just too slow, nothing happened, and even the ending, we all predicted the exact ending. It was no surprise this week when, oh look, they showed up and rescued them. There's no surprise at all.
Yeah. One thing before we go, a lot of people are saying that they're turning off Loki because they're just tired of the woke stuff. And when that whole gender fluid thing came up on Loki's identification, it turned a lot of people off, and they're not giving Loki a chance. In this episode 4, there was nothing.
No.
There was no woke stuff, no SJW agenda stuff. It was just an episode.
In fact, out of 4 episodes, they just mentioned that he's had different lovers. And that's it. One time.
And in canon, I guess, that's a fact.
It is, in Loki lore.
Yeah. So far, we're clear of SJW stuff.
Compared to Winter Soldier, this is nowhere near it. Yeah. Nowhere near it. So, and you know what? Last week, like I said, I was not happy with last week's episode. It did not lead me into this episode saying I can't wait for it. But you know what, Marvel? You got me back. I liked this episode.
I thought this was the best episode so far.
Exactly. And you know what? How much did we miss Owen Wilson last week?
I didn't realize how much I missed him.
Exactly, right? Like he's making the show. Absolutely. I like his banter with Loki more than the Loki and Sylvia.
Yes.
Right? So I think he does bring it back. Surprisingly, there's a lot happening at the TVA in this episode, but it was moving around. It wasn't like sitting in an office the whole time, like the first episode kind of thing.
There is still a lot of sitting or standing and talking. It's not an action-packed series.
No, but in this time, compared to like the last time it was like feeling out stuff, this one, the conversations kind of had a purpose. Mm-hmm. Right? He was trying to trick Loki into saying stuff. He wasn't being fooled. But, of course, the big thing Loki should be saying is, hey, you're a variant. And he holds off saying it way too long.
Now, maybe because they know they're playing with us. We want them to say it, and we're saying, come on, how come he's not saying it?
It's like one of those, it's like every Three's Company episode out there that, we can explain it with a simple line, and they never do, right?
You're dating yourself now.
Well, it's all these shows. I can say it with almost anything.
Thor. One thing I didn't like.
Okay.
In the very first episode, I predicted that somebody in the series... This is a spoiler review?
Yep, has to be.
Okay, this is spoilers, okay? The top judge lady. In the very beginning, I'm saying, I think she's part of the problem. I think she's not who she says she is.
Yeah, and everyone's predicting that the Time guys, they were going to be evil and all that. Wasn't expecting what happened.
Actually, I did.
I expected them to be something, but I didn't expect them to be just robots.
I thought that they were... I didn't know if they were going to be animatronic, but something fake. I didn't think that they were really there.
Oh, I expected them to be fake of some kind, yeah. Because, first of all, the most powerful beings in the universe and everything have 2 guards.
Well, why would they need guards?
Well, apparently they did.
Now, in the last episode, they sat there, Loki and the variant, Sylvia, and they shared a moment.
Yeah.
And this is how the TVA found them, because there was a branching timeline.
So severe that they've never seen that branch kind of like that severe before.
Because they shared this moment. So a Loki and a Loki were falling in love, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's how they found them. And they kind of maintain that connection in this episode. They still have feelings for each other. The climax at the end, when they come together and they're doing their big conclusion thing, I thought that whole fight was the worst fight I've ever seen in a Marvel show.
Oh, I don't know. Falcon and Winter Soldier has some bad fight scenes.
This,
and so.
like she's trying to kill us, so what I'll do is I'll knock her out and I'll leave her there.
Yeah, well, they left her there for the spoiler. Ready for this. Big spoiler. Mobius gets terminated with those things. And then so does Loki. So the series is over after 4 episodes. I was very caught off guard by that. I didn't think they would end it at 4, and that's a big turning point. I said, hey, good job, Marvel. Ending at 4 episodes when we're expecting 6 was pretty sneaky of you. So of course they're not disappeared. They're not gone anywhere. But you saw the emotion, because at one point the two, Loki and Mobius, they explain that they're friends. Mm-hmm. You have to trust me. We're friends, kind of thing. And when he gets terminated, what do they call it?
Pruning.
Pruning. You saw the look on his face. He actually cared that somebody died.
So this is all new for Loki because he's all about himself.
That's right. So, he didn't care that his entire population of Asgardians were killed. He didn't care.
He's always had feelings for his brother.
Yeah. Although he almost killed his brother in the first Thor movie.
Yeah, but he's growing as a god.
Okay. As a demigod.
And now he's having feelings for the other Loki, Sylvia, and Owen Wilson, so he is becoming a new person.
So after this episode leaves off now, you have the judge with Sylvia over top of her, threatening to kill her, saying, you're going to tell me everything. That's how it ends. And then there's a cutscene. An extra credit scene at the end. And he wakes up, and there's 3 other Lokis there.
Actually, I saw 2 Lokis.
There's 4. There's 4 Lokis, believe it or not.
No, I saw 2 Lokis, possibly the World Serpent and Heimdall.
Okay. There's classic Loki from the comic books, which is the older guy in the crazy suit. Okay. Yeah. There's Black Loki with the guy with the hammer.
I thought that was Heimdall.
No, that's Black because he has the Loki horns on.
Okay.
There's Kid Loki, which is the young guy, and there's Alligator Loki because there's Frog Thor and Alligator Loki. There is. That's actually he has horns on him. Did you not notice he has horns?
Well, yeah, but Loki's the creator of the World Serpent, so I figure.
Nope, that's Alligator Loki.
Okay.
So, and of course, it's that famous line, am I dead? No, but you will be unless you come with us. Flashback to the Terminator. So that's where we left off. But I got hooked. I'm back hooked on the episode. I want to know what's going on.
There was this part where Loki's put into this prison where he relives his a cursed moment in time, and it happens over and over in a loop. And it's where this Valkyrie or something.
Sith.
A what?
Sith. What's it? Sith? One of the 4 companions of Thor.
Okay. Well, she comes in and she knees him in the groin over and over.
And no matter what he does.
And I'm thinking, wouldn't that be Mark's prison? Like the Bangkok episode over and over?
Followed by his failure when he tried to do it. It just hits me in the side of the arm. But, okay. Quickly wrapping up this. As far as I'm concerned, Marvel's back on track with this.
I'm really happy to be interested again.
Yeah, because last week had me a little worried, but I had a feeling 5 was going to pick up, and Tom Hiddleston was hinting around that 5 and 6 were his favorite episodes. which means 4 and 5 were his favorite episodes. So that means we have another good episode coming, I think. So fingers crossed. But I'm really excited, and I'm also glad Marvel has already approved and has started Loki season 2.
Really?
Yep. So I'm very happy that this is the only series of the 3 so far that has officially been approved for season 2. So, and there's no wonder, because by far, in my mind, this is by far the best out of all 3. Not even close. Yeah. Loki, others. Loki, WandaVision, Winter Soldier.
Now, Heel versus Babyface, which is another YouTuber, he's been trashing this Loki series nonstop from the beginning, with the last episode being a complete trash fire, he says. Now, I'm wondering what he says about this episode, because it was not a bad episode. It was a good episode.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's just looking for the clicks, or he's an anti-Marvel guy. He's a DC guy. Who knows? Or he doesn't like Disney Plus. But I always give every series its own shot. And even the ones I'm not interested in She-Hulk. I don't know the character. I could care less about the character. I'll watch it. And if it's good, I'll say it's good. If it's not, you'll hear it here. But as of now, Loki back on track. Come back next week and we'll show you episode 5. And we'll talk about it. And I'm guessing Mark's going to gain some weight between here and next week.
Thor